I'm Daniel Posney, and this is called Shifting Perspectives. And I'm really excited about this topic this morning. And it just kind of came out of the ethers about what to talk about. And it's about acknowledging our blessing. And I was talking a bit with Valerie about this, and we bless our food and we bless people in our lives. And sometimes for me, I know that it kind of comes out as like a very loving words, but I'm not really focused on what's actually happening, that I'm actually blessing what it is that I say that I'm blessing. And I just want to read again what kind of came out, what I posted here, just to remind me what I'm talking about. In several ways, I'm being reminded that it is good, really good to bless everything. To bless the food we eat is an easy one. We can become unconscious blessers, not really realizing that we do bless the thing that we are blessing when we do it consciously. What about the water that we drink, bathe in, and wash the dishes with? What about the medicines that go into our body? What about coyote and javelina, or mountain lion and rattlesnake? What about sycamore or pine? What about the narcissist? I know we'd be like, bless that asshole, now leave, with a wave of our one-fingered hand. We even sometimes say things like, oh, it's just his journey. But who are we to be blessing the water, the angry ones, or the spiritual egos in our life? Our ability to truly bless comes from our ultimate source, as well as our metaphysical or beyond physical nature. So that kind of got me back into the stream of what Spirit was wanting to talk about. I know that there's cultures out there like Bali and some cultures in South America and Peru that they really do bless everything. They thank you for this and thank you for that. Then it seems like they're constantly bowing their heads to things. And I even want to, I guess, take it beyond that too, that to realize that when we do bless things consciously, we're actually sending a message of whatever it is that we have in our heart to that person or to that thing. And I'm reminded by, this all kind of comes up all the same time, of course, of different avenues of this topic. And I'm watching this video about this woman. She's from New Zealand, and I'll get the name later, but it's she's talking about doing these experiments that she has some water, and she's kind of taken beyond Dr. Emoto's work. And she's thinking about this thing that she wants to provide some healing or something. And then she freezes the water. And then what comes out 3 hours later is actually an image of a hand. And I think about all the work that Dr. Emoto did and what the work that she's talking about. She's talking about that water actually has consciousness that that we can tap into, that we can help to provide healing or whatever it is that we're looking for. And she's going to do a lot better job than I am trying to do explaining it. But it does kind of bring me back to, what if I really realize that not only am I divinely qualified to provide blessing, what if I realize that when I do bless consciously, there's actually something happening, and I blessed in that way, that I expected this positive result from my blessing. And Valerie was saying that, sometimes she'll see someone and maybe they're having a hard time or something, and she'll say something like, may they be blessed with abundance, may they be supported in their continued journey. And although that's a great way of sending your heart out to that person, what if we cut out the middleman? I don't mean this in a bad way, but what if we just said, I bless them with abundance. I send from my own abundant nature, I send them abundance. and then expected a positive result because I'm in the process of blessing. So I'm using this divine energy, love, presence that animates my form, and I'm sending it out there, out into my universe, of which comes out from me. It just seems like a normal response from the universe that I create with my thoughts and my beliefs and my emotions and my consciousness, that I would direct out that blessing. So when I really look into this with more of a fine-tooth comb, and I say, okay, what am I really doing here? I'm not only tapping into my divine nature and the source that I'm ultimately and constantly connected to. I'm also realizing that metaphysically and through experiments that is possible. That is actually what's happening. But when I try and bless my food, I'm doing it from my heart, and I'm saying I bless the food, and I bless all the people that came into contact with this food, and may they and their families be blessed. And that's a wonderful thing to do. What if I said, I now bless this food? I now bless the people that had any contact with this food. I now see them as blessed. I'm now blessing them right now. And I saw that happening. It's a whole different thing. Like, I know we kind of get, I get kind of, haphazard in my blessing. And I'm not realizing that, hey, buddy, you're actually doing something there. So just a thought about that. Maybe you could join me if we could just close our eyes and tap into that energy that actually animates our body, that is keeping together our form, and that we're continually connected with. And all it waits for is a direction. All it waits for is an impulse or an intention from us. So the next time that you or I do the dishes, may this water be blessed. I now bless this water would be the better thing. The more directed, I bless this water. And the idea of this is that we go out into the land. Oh, I was so blessed with the animals that showed up. I feel so blessed with the trees and the shade of the trees, and the cool water was such a blessing, and it's great. And we can also bless back. And this is all part of also another thing that I'm in touch with now, is this book called Braiding Sweetgrass. And it's a story, this woman who is talking about her indigenous roots with the First Nations. And then she's also a botanist and scientist. And it's just a different way of being, that when you go out and you experience something, you receive water or food, or you find a beautiful flower. Somebody wants to take a rock from the red rocks and take it home with them. And I always tell them, if you have something, a better home for the rock than it has here, then, follow your heart. But what the indigenous wisdom is telling us is, give something back. Bless that spot where that rock was, or send a blessing of love and abundance to that tree or to that flower, to that area. It's just a different way of realizing that we're in this constant communication and this reciprocal behavior. And we have the ability to bless that water, and to bless that tree, to bless that rock. All of it is consciousness at the very end of the whole thing. All of it is consciousness. So we're really blessing ourselves. So why not? So when we bless another person, we bless ourselves. Now I come to the point where we're blessing someone or something that we don't really like the person that has some unexpressed anger that gets shown out with spiritual ego, or the narcissist that we've met, that we know about. And those people, we usually kind of say, may they be blessed, and see you later, out of my life, kind of. And what if if we changed, instead of, may they find their path, or may they find within themselves what's going on, and they can heal that. What if we bless them with that understanding? The understanding that I have in my consciousness about that behavior that I know that I've done myself. What if I bless them with that insight? What if I closed my eyes and said, instead of may they, get this guidance from God or from somewhere or something, that I'm in that position right now, and I said, I bless them with that. Right now, there's a certain understanding that I've come to about my own self and those behaviors. What if I bless them with that right now? Bam, bless them with that. Bless them with that insight and that understanding and that feeling. And then expected nothing. And it just becomes like, I think about doing this. This is just something I'm working on. I'm not saying that I'm doing this all the time. It's just something that's really kind of on right now in my life. And what if I did more of that? And not to do it to make me anything or more spiritual or anything, but wow, that would feel really good. And I'd have more of a direct participation in my life, that I said, oh, I really do feel grateful about this meal, this water, this land, this animal in front of me. And I said, oh, thank you. Oh, okay. Bless this. So that's what I have this morning. I hope that blesses you and bless you. Thank you. I love you, and see you next time.